Welcome everyone to the McAllen Chamber of Commerce 67th Annual Banquet. And of course we will announce tonight, well it's been announced, but we're going to celebrate tonight the Man and the Woman of the Year. We're going to make those awards tonight. What a very special evening it is. Congratulations to all of you for being here. Yes, give yourselves a round of applause. And for those people who are going to be honored tonight. Again, thank you so much for being here. It's great to see everyone. Here lately I've been fortunate, or maybe, yes, fortunate to go to a number of events. People are out and about a little more tonight, and it's wonderful. Good to see everyone. My name is Joe Brennan. I'm going to be your Master of Ceremonies tonight, and I'm also going to do the auction a little later. But right now, I would like to invite up here with me the Chamber of Commerce Chairman of the Board this year, Stephen Wingert. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. Thank you. Thank you. Well, thank you for coming from the left side of the room. Can we hear from you guys? Left side of the room. So, I think the right side is going to make more noise. Welcome to the right side. We're super excited to be back. The place looks great, right? The place looks great. So I would like to invite Pastor Danny Rangel from the Baptist Temple Church to come provide our invocation. There you go.
Good evening. Thank you guys for having me. My name is Pastor Danny. I get to serve as a pastor at BT Church here in McAllen. It's an honor to lead us off in prayer. So y'all join me as we pray. Father God, we love you. We thank you for all the work that you've done here in this place. God, I love that in your word in Psalm chapter 102, verse 18, it says that the work that's being done is going to be written for a later generation that will one day praise the Lord, a people that have not been created. And as we hear that today is the 67th anniversary for this celebration, God, I'm just so grateful for the many years, the many generations of people that have worked to build this city, God, who have worked to help the city of McAllen flourish. And I just pray and thank you that we get to see the fruit of their labor, but also for the amazing people in this room, for the businesses and organizations represented in this room, for the man and the woman of the year here in this room, that they are doing a work that they get to enjoy right now, but also for the generation to come that will also get to see the fruit take place by the work in the hands of this room, God. So I just pray a blessing over everybody here, God. I pray that you would allow every business to flourish, every organization to flourish, and that we would be able to continue to enjoy the city, God, for the city workers, that they would lead with integrity, God, as well. And we are just praising you for tonight, for this time of celebration. And I pray that it would be enjoyable for every single person, that you would provide safety on the way home, and that we would just get to enjoy this evening. We love you so much. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
Amen. Thank you so much. Again, it's really great to see all of you here tonight. A nice crowd, and we thank you so much for being here to help us celebrate tonight.
Committee Chair is Sally Frausto Guerra, and committee members who have done an exceptional job in bringing a first-class event this evening. It's beautiful, isn't it? Massive round of applause for them. Sally has been a committee member for the past 12 years, but who's counting, right? And has served as committee chair for 8 years. A massive round of applause once more for our good friend, Sally Frausto Guerra. If you can please join me to the stage. We have a small token of appreciation for all your hard work, Sally.
Thank you, everybody. Of course, this job couldn't be done, without a great team that I've had for the last 8 years, 12 years. And I would like to, when I call your name, I'd like to thank my committee members of this gala, starting with our past chairman of the board, Annette Franz. Thank you. Jesse De Leon, who's actually been doing this with me for 13 years. Jesse, come on down, come over here. You need to come over here. You've been doing this 1 year more than me. Stephen Wingert, our chairman of the board. Caitlin Norman. Laurie Pulido. Thank you for the coffee this morning, Laurie. I think I call her Jessie, and then Caitlin, thank you all for your hard work. I mean, this is a beautiful event. I'm going to take off my mask because it's bothering me, so I can see you all better. But thank you all. It's been a pleasure serving you. Thank you so much for always taking my call, not ignoring my call, and returning my calls, and being for your continued support, especially for these two beautiful people that we're honoring today. Paul Rodriguez, Man of the Year, and our beautiful Sony, Woman of the Year. Thank you so much.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, would you please join me in welcoming our past chairman of the board, Annette Franz. Annette has a special job tonight. Her job here is to receive the outgoing chairman's gift, which is a special thing with the McAllen Chamber of Commerce. We don't give plaques.
No, we do have an extra award.
We have a nicer award than plaques. Just lift it off.
There we go.
Every outgoing chairman gets a pair of custom-made boots, and also to acknowledge her chairmanship.
Oh my God, this is beautiful. Thank you so much.
Thank you everyone for that welcome. Thank you Stephen and thank you Josh. I promise to be brief because tonight it is about honoring three amazing and outstanding individuals. It has been an honor and a privilege to serve as chairman of the McAllen Chamber of Commerce. As my term came to a close, I spent last month thanking people for their support. I expressed thanks to our membership and our chamber's newsletter. I thanked my fellow board members and those who served on important committees. I thanked the staff at the chamber and the stakeholders. I expressed thanks to the McAllen Economic Development Corporation for allowing me to have a seat at the table during this last year. I thanked several community leaders for believing in me, but there is one person I have not thanked publicly. God placed this special person in my life 40 years ago. During the last year, he was there to listen, to encourage, and to support me during my term as chairman. But the most important thing that this man did was he prayed with me before every single board meeting. He reminded me that God had me there for a reason and that I should do things in accordance to his will. John David, I thank you. I am very excited with Josh Mejia's leadership and the direction the chamber is headed. I am also very excited with Stephen Wingert's leadership. I know that he will do a great job as chairman. Great things are happening at our chamber, and great things will continue. Thank you for this recognition, and thank you for letting me serve. Thank you.
Congratulations. Now, what we'd like to do is I'd like to take this opportunity to recognize all the men and women of the year that are present with us tonight. If you've been selected as a man or woman of the year, please stand, and if you've got your boots on, show your boots. If you were chairman also. But if you're men and women of the year, please stand. efforts in our community, working to make it a better place. So we certainly appreciate that. Now, we've got a special honor tonight, and I'm going to turn it back over to our board chairman, who's going to recognize the Lifetime Achievement Award.
This is entitled Kirk Clark's Legacy. As a businessman, philanthropist, artist, and friend, Kirk's legacy is secured by the warm memories held by the many lives that he touched. Kirk was born in McAllen, Texas, and spent his entire life in the RGV, except for his time studying art at the University of New Mexico in Albuquerque. He entered the family business at Clark Chevrolet in 1969, and he was promoted by his father Charles to dealer in 1974. In the nearly 89 years Clark Chevrolet has been in business, Kirk was your local Chevy dealer for 48 of them. In 1992, he partnered with another intergenerational RGV automotive family, the Knapps, to open Clark Knapp Honda. In his professional life, he helped many local businesses get their foot in the door or even get back on their feet after challenging times. He was a long-term supporter of many local charities and institutions, especially the International Museum of Art and Science, the Valley Symphony Orchestra, and Trinity Episcopal Church in Pharr, where he served as an acolyte and a Eucharist lay minister for many years. In 2011, Kirk received the McAllen Chamber of Commerce Man of the Year Award and served on the Chamber's Board of Directors for 6 years. He personally funded and led the efforts to secure several of the beautiful Sebastian sculptures you see outside the McAllen Convention Center and the McAllen Miller International Airport, as well as many more donated art objects in the RGV and beyond. A wide variety of Kirk's art has been displayed in numerous countries and states. Kirk believed in the Rio Grande Valley and its people and always wanted to do more. He was a man with genuine love of people, all people. Kirk was not just blessed as a businessman and camaraderie. He was also blessed with his wife, Jerry, his children, Ann, Alex, and Daniel, their spouses, and his grandchildren. Kirk was a man who believed in love, friendship, forgiveness, and peace. Please help us in honoring Kirk's legacy with the McAllen Chamber of Commerce Lifetime Achievement Award. Accepting this award is the Clark family.
They asked if we want to say a couple words, and it wouldn't be a very Clark thing to do if you got handed a microphone and you didn't say something. So, thank you everyone, this is really special. I mean, I feel honored to work with the Chamber of Commerce now as a third generation. My grandfather also worked with the Chamber as well. And so it's just a special night, and I know he would have loved this too. So thanks everyone out there, and beautiful words, Stephen. Thanks. When I look around this room, I see so many people that Kirk loved, and it's just fantastic to be back here after COVID and all the other difficulties our families, and I'm sure all of your families have faced the last few years. It's great to be back, and it's great to see everyone here. Thank you so much for being part of our story, and we hope we continue to be part of yours as well. Thank you. Cheers.
Thank you. That was very special, and those of you, and I know most of us did know Kirk, what a wonderful person he was, and how generous he was, and how involved he was in the community. It was just, it was so sad to see him go, and we appreciate what he has done, and we appreciate what the family continues to do. All right, this is the moment that you've been waiting for. So, presenting the award for the Man of the Year, for the Man of the Year, let me start over again. For the Woman of the Year, I want to bring up last year's Man of the Year. So I'm going to ask McAllen Police Chief Victor Rodriguez to come up, and while he's making his way up here, I would like to call your attention to the screens for a video presentation of our Woman of the Year.
I came to know Sony in 2020 when she joined the Easter Seals Board of Directors. As we know, 2020 was a real difficult year, particularly for businesses, including nonprofits and restaurants. And we started with our first event that had to be canceled. It was called The Perfect Pair. And Sony quickly figured things out. And she had this idea that she could pair a wonderful meal from Santa Fe and a bottle of wine. Perfect pair, Santa Fe and Easter Seals, perfect pair. So right out of the gate, she was able to create an event that filled this gap in funding for when we had to cancel an event. Sony so deserves this acknowledgement and award for all that she does in the community. To be around her is such a treat. She is quick to give, she is quick to step up, she's also quick to figure things out, and her spirit, her laughter, you're not with her more than a minute before you're laughing, and that carefree spirit and just passion for what she does, it really sets the foundation for success in whatever she's doing. Congratulations, Sony, for winning the Woman of the Year.
Well, we know Sony forever. I mean, we love her, and the minute that we get to meet her, we become very good friends. Well, Sony, she's a beautiful woman, inside and outside. And if you get to know her closely, you will understand why she deserves that, because she's a very generous person. She helps so many organizations. She can hardly say no to anything. And sometimes we feel like, I don't want to ask Sony for anything else because she does so much. So she's a person that helps the community truly from her heart.
Sony has been almost with any organization that she gets approached by. She always goes above and beyond. And like Saul said, like sometimes we don't want to ask for a favor, for a fundraiser, and she always goes the extra mile. Sony and I collaborate in Easter Seals, and she has been a great help to our organization. And now today she becomes our new president.
Sony, we are so happy that you got this recognition. I don't think there is anyone that deserves more this in this city. We are, as a community, we're so happy to have you, and we love you. Congratulations.
Sony, congratulations on this award, so very well deserved. We're so proud of you, and we love you. Thank you for everything you do for our community.
I've known of Sony's work since December 1994, when I was looking into moving into the Rio Grande Valley from Birmingham, Alabama. And we got invited to have dinner at Santa Fe Steakhouse. And everybody knows that when you go to Santa Fe, you're going to experience something unique and something special. Her talent, her vision, her excellent taste, and everything that's good is always reflected in her work. And then later on attending the Santa Fe Classic, who is her idea. She started thinking of how she can do better, and she thought of this amazing wine tasting where she'll expose our community to some of the best wines that her restaurants serve, and get money for scholarships. Did you know that she donates 100% of the gross income for scholarships? That's Sony. you know. So it's not, I'm not in awe to say that the more I got to know her, once I got to know her, that I immediately admire her, you know. She has this complex energy that inspires you. On the surface, she has this calm nature, and inside, there's all these mechanisms going on to get things done, you know, and it's great. It's great. It's always great to be around Sony, my dearest Sony. Every life you touch is better because of your gift of just being. You are extremely deserving. I am very, very proud to be your friend, and it's a long time overdue. Congratulations, Woman of the Year, Sony Rego.
I have known Sony for many, many years. We first were moms together at Our Lady of Sorrows, so she was like me and her were moms who were, you know, navigating through life with our only son and just trying to figure things out, so we would call each other all the time. And then from there, we just became really good friends, and we started, you know, she serves on the board with me for the Valley Symphony Orchestra, but we've collaborated with other stuff, like stuff with our kids' schools, with the, you know, parent-teacher organization. We've been together with that. She always invites me to her galas that she's always involved in. Of course, my favorite that I attend is the Santa Fe Wine Classic. We're just all so proud of her. She's been a great contributor to the community for so many years. It's about time that she's being recognized for all of this. You know, people ask her all the time for help, and she never says no. She just gives and gives and gives, and you know, we're proud of her for that, and we love her. Yeah, and so does the community. Congratulations, my comadre Sony. I love you so much. We all love you. We're so proud of you.
I worked with Sony in both the Republic of the Rio Grande and Santa Fe Steakhouse. I served as a manager in various capacities in both restaurants. I have always loved working with Sony. Over the years, we became closer friends than colleagues. She has just such a giving heart, and we worked collaboratively on so many different projects, both for the restaurants and for the community. The Santa Fe Wine Classic, I think, is the one that really stands out for me, because we worked on the very first one and then several after that, and it was just such an amazing experience getting so many members of the community involved in a great project that helped so many kids have access to college. Congratulations, Sony. I am so excited for you, and I can't think of a person more deserving.
Ladies and gentlemen, please join us in congratulating McAllen Chamber of Commerce 2022 Woman of the Year, Sony Rego.
Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Sony Rego, McAllen Chamber of Commerce Woman of the Year 2022.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much. I am a little scared because I never say no, right? That's what I got from the, no, thank you so much, everybody. I do have a speech. Do I get to say something? Yes? I already wrote it. Is that okay? So, you know my husband, that's going to take 40 minutes? Good evening, everyone. English is not my first language, so I have a very hard time sometimes with the language, and I'm very nervous, but I'll try to do my speech. I am humble to have been selected for the McAllen Chamber of Commerce to receive this Woman of the Year award. But first of all, I want to congratulate Paul Rodriguez, who is a very deserving public servant, for being this year's Man of the Year. Thrilled to share this award with you, Paul. I know that you are someone who has done so much for this community, for the business community, to help McAllen. I am in awe. Thank you. Thanks to the McAllen Chamber of Commerce, the board of directors, to their chairman, Steve Wingard. Where are you, Steve? Thank you so much. Past chairman, and a friend, very good friend of mine. Love you, my friend. And CEO Josh, thank you so much, Josh Mejia. Thank you for those who nominated me and supported my nomination, and of course to my extended family and friends that are here tonight sharing this award with me. Thank you to everyone that is here tonight to celebrate Paul Rodriguez and I. I can tell you, I am so blessed to have a husband, Albert, that everybody knows, and a son, Rafael, who is here with me tonight. He never wants to go out with me, though. He's like 16, almost 17, so he never wants to go out. But he came tonight. They always support me unconditionally in all the projects that I have my heart. Everything that I want to do, they encourage me. Albert is being, we've been married for 26 years, and he has always encouraged me and allowing me to be myself. Thank you, Albert. Love you for that. Thank you. I love you, husband. Rafael, you are my inspiration. Do we have Kleenex somewhere? Just in case. As a mother and as a member of this community, I want to be a better place for him, and hopefully let him see that through love anything is possible. And what I'm doing today, I hope that you can continue, because I'm getting old. You guys don't see it because it's the makeup, but I'm getting old. It is with reluctance that I share with you my origin story, but Albert is insisting on this. So if you have time, I can tell you my whole story. So bear with me. I was born in a very small ranch in Jalisco. I am 52 years old. My family moved to Mexico City when I was 1 year old. My father was a forklift in Mexico. My mother worked very hard to support us. We are 5 brothers and sisters in my family. I always say my mother and my father worked very, very hard for us. My father, in 35 years of his work as a forklifter, he was never late. When I was 14, I saw my dad struggling financially, and for some reason I missed my date to be able to attend high school in Mexico City, so I had to start working at 14. My first job, I went and signed myself to be a waiter in a very small coffee shop in Mexico City. So my dad went in the afternoon and got me, and he said, "You need to be in school, you cannot be serving." So that was my introduction, I guess, to the restaurant business. He got me out. So, anyways, it was too late. I love the money. You know, I love it. I can't say otherwise. After that, I went to start working in a bazaar. It's something similar to a flea market. And my real name is Asuncion. My first boss, he was an American engineer, kind of like a genius guy. He couldn't pronounce my name, and he said, "Is there any other name that you have?" And I said, "Well, Asuncion is pretty long." He said, anything else? I said, well, in my town, in Jalisco, they call me Chonita, and I hate it. He's like, shoot, Chonita, okay, so that's how I become Sony. Okay, just so you know. That's real. I worked there, and I really saw a lot of entrepreneur people with very few money making things happen. And that bugged me. I thought, if I have just a little bit of money, I could probably make my own business. I don't want to work for anybody. So I got this, and I started observing on this flea market, everybody was trying to make a living, and I learned from them. And people do marvelous things with little bit of money. I loved that time. I worked there for 2 years, and I love it. After that, I was in school. At 18 years old, I became first female corporate apparel buyer. I met the owners of a brand named Furor and Diesel. They hired me to work for them, and I became one of the people. After that, my parents, they were very, very proud of me, because at the age of 18, 19, I was able to graduate from business administration school. I got a master's degree in international business. I was hired very quick for a very rapidly expanding retail international company called Radio Shack. I know you guys know that, long time ago. And I was in charge of making all the operations manuals for all the stores in all Mexico City. There were probably around 40 or 50 stores. And I met this guy, he knows everything about everything, and he has the right answer for everything, and I did not like him. Now he's my husband. Just so you know. He became my husband. Thank you, Albert. Thank you, Albert, for always supporting me, always allowing me to be me, and supporting every single crazy project. And he never says no to me, so I love it. I'm a fearless person. I never scare or getting into something new. And I think for me, that's my virtue. I always tell him, we can shut it down today, and tomorrow we can start all over. And I don't have any problem with that. He gets scared when I say that, but I do that all the time. So, anyways, our ambition brought us here to McAllen in 2000. I was 29 years old. I got an offer to work for a company. We came over here. I know one of those two things about business. The business that he came was wonderful for us, give us an opportunity. He took me to eat lunch at the Republic of the Rio Grande. When I entered that place, I fell in love with the Republic of the Rio Grande. And I said, what are you thinking? I said, it would be a dream come true for me to have a restaurant or a business like this. I have no idea what is a restaurant business and how to do it, but I love this place. There's something about it. And further on, we realized that it was for sale. And Albert helped me to get it, and we're very thankful to our partner, Frank Harms, who is now here tonight. He had a personal, and he just had a baby tonight. So. We have a baby Harms, we had the baby of the year. You know. I'll tell you about Fred. He believed on us 22 years ago. I am so grateful for him. He gave us a precious opportunity. I wish he was here tonight, but Lauren, his daughter, is here in representation. Thank you, Lauren. After knocking every single door from the banks, every single one trying to get a loan to be able to buy this Republic that I fell in love, everybody said no. Fred took a chance with us. Albert was fighting so much for this opportunity. And Fred said, okay, we're gonna do it. And he took whatever we have in our savings that day, and he said, there's something about you guys, I'm gonna do it. And he took whatever we have, and we started our adventure at the Republic of the Rio Grande. And from there, I had no idea about restaurant business, and I started finding and looking for every single training material. And Larry, that is here, won't let me lie. Restaurant business is not a luxury business. We had to work freaking hard. I'm telling you, really, really hard. So I had to work in my line, I had to work in the kitchen, I had to cook, I had to be a dishwasher, I had to do so many things in this restaurant. I had to be the human resources and the advertising, and like every other business, I'm guessing everybody has to suffer this, but I love it. I love it. It was a challenge every day, and I am, after 22 years, we've been successful, and I am, thank you for that. Most importantly, I am thank you for all of you here tonight, and for the people in McAllen and the Rio Grande Valley who have been very supportive of Santa Fe Steakhouse, Republic of the Rio Grande, University Drafthouse. Not in my wildest dreams, I have imagined my journey starting in a flea market, selling jeans, and then having my first company, making burgers, owing now for restaurants, and enable me in the position that I am at this moment. And that position allows me to give back to the community. It landed me here in this moment, and without you, all of you in this room, I could not participate on any of the great causes that I hold near and dear to my heart. As I look at all of you tonight, I see so many people and realize how all you have a very positive influence on my life. We all enjoy the life in the valley, in the Rio Grande Valley, and I want you to know that because of you, my life has been really enriched by your solidarity and goodwill. Without your patronage, we will not be able to be giving back to the community. This recognition that I'm receiving tonight is more special because all the friendships and the relationships that I've been able to build over the years with so many of you. Your trust and your loyalty are a blessing to me. It's not just me accepting this award, it's all that we came together, like when we did the Santa Fe Steakhouse Wine Classic with the McAllen Chamber of Commerce, who partnered with us. We have been giving over 300 scholarships, more than 300 scholarships to the IB program for our high school students. This is the stuff that stresses our community. I grown and learned from every person, every volunteer, every board member, and every recipient that I had the pleasure of meeting. At Santa Fe Steakhouse, Republic of the Rio Grande, or University Drafthouse, we share the commitment of doing our part to help others in our community, and I am so grateful for my team. They, of course, is not here tonight because they're working. Somebody has to. I am grateful that they are continuing to provide unwavering support and participating in projects like empty bowls, like the food banks, like the McAllen Chamber of Commerce tacos and tequilas, the Spring and Food and Wine Festival for the Boys and Girls Club, for the Rocio, for the IMAS, anything that we can support, we will be there. This accomplishment is not something that I did alone. I would like to share this award with all my team. They have been crucial and a standing part of my business. Thank you. There was one part that I skipped because I'm nervous. And I want to say something to my son that is here tonight. Thank you, Rafael, for being here tonight. As a mother and as a member of this community, I want to leave a better place for you. And hopefully, I want you to see that through love and commitment, anything is possible. I love you. I wish my parents were here. They would be so proud of me. I was the first woman in our family. I have 132 first cousins, believe it or not. 132. And I was the first woman to be able to go to college. My grandma hated me for that. Later I graduated from the university and I got a master's degree in international business. And I learned a lot from my parents. They were hard work. My dad always said, always put a table, always give us something to eat. We didn't have any luxuries, but when you don't grow up with luxuries, you don't need anything else. You're good. If you don't know what you're missing, you don't need it. And he and my mom taught me hard work is very important. And I learned that education was the only way to be able to do better in my community. When we got the Republic of the Rio Grande, we really have a hard time. It wasn't easy, guys. We had the first 3 years, we suffered a lot. But I have a blessing on that moment in my life, and I want to recognize that. I have my brothers and sisters with me. Thank you, Lore and Alicia, for being there, for being my managers, and helped me all the way. Don Rafa, you too, my father-in-law worked with me. They were very hard times, and they helped me to survive all of that. Thank you guys. I have my brother Pablo, which was my right hand on the kitchen. He cooked the best steaks and the best salsas, and we still have some customers that request those salsas. My brother passed away 6 years ago, and this is the month. It's his 6-year anniversary, and for that, I'm recognizing that from my brother as well. I hope that this recognition of I'm missing something. I want to thank all of you. They are here, and they are helping all the non-profits organizations to raise funds for all the worthy causes in the Rio Grande Valley, whether it's Sister Seals, Capable Kids, the Collage, the IMAS, Boys and Girls Club. Thank you for supporting us and for buying those dinners that we try to put there, here and there, and you guys buy, and it helps all these organizations. Thank you, all of you, for that. We will continue to help and improve the lives of the Rio Grande Valley and the people in our community. I hope that this recognition of Paul Rodriguez and myself can serve as an inspiration to others in the McAllen business community. I will continue my efforts to help others and look forward to working alongside with many of you and bring people a positive change to our Rio Grande Valley for many years to come. I am humble beyond belief. And thank you, all of you, for honoring me tonight as the 2022 Woman of the Year, to be a part of this warm community. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Sony, that was inspirational. Let me tell you, based on my experience, your children go away from you. They go behind the moon about 12, 13, 16 and 17 is tough, but about 21, 22 years old, they come back to you. So it'll be okay. All right. Now, I'd like to call up last year's Woman of the Year, Sally Prostoliera. And as she's coming up, I'd like to call your attention again to the screen for the presentation of our Man of the Year.
Linda and I have had the pleasure of knowing Mirna and Paul for so many years, over 30 to 40 years. And we're very good friends. I want to say that initially. I want to say two things about Paul. One is community. Talk a little about community with him. And the other thing is about passion, okay? Paul has always been a community man. He's always been involved in so many endeavors with not only the city of McAllen, but all the valley. Through banking, through all kinds of organizations, Vamos, to the Sharonland School District, and now at STC. Paul has just been one thing after another. In whatever he does, Paul has been the person that is solid, that is very, very educated, very learned individual. Studies it, takes it very seriously, whatever he does, and it shows. Congratulations, Paul and Mirna. You all deserve this recognition. We thank you, this community thanks you so much for everything you've done. Gracias.
I've known Paul, I would say since about 1997, and I say that because that's when we first started working on the McAllen Affordable Homes Board of Directors. Well, I think we both learned a lot from each other. We started on the board right at the same time, and it was McAllen Affordable Homes at that time serving McAllen, and so I just got off that board about a year ago. He's still there. We transitioned McAllen Affordable Homes, which laid the groundwork since 1976 for this phenomenal organization that dedicates itself to providing housing for our low-income, hardworking families in the city. Paul is, like I said, serves on affordable housing, big need in this area, which is the highest poverty area in the nation. And he gives freely of his time, of his knowledge, expertise. Paul also serves on the STC Board of Trustees, and he does that beautifully, and really countless other dedication in the community, which to me, anyone that does that selflessly, and really people that are risk takers when they go out and do something maybe that's not had been done before, but Paul serves his community very well. Well, Paul, congratulations. I consider myself very lucky to be your friend, first of all, and your colleague, and I really value the time we spent working on McAllen Affordable Homes and now Affordable Homes of South Texas together. We learned a lot from one another and built a good and solid relationship. Congratulations, my friend. Thank you for all you do for McAllen and for our community and for doing it so selflessly. God bless you.
I first met him when he was on the Affordable Homes Board, Affordable Homes of South Texas. It was called something different back then. And so I got to see him in action as a board member, and I was their lawyer for the board. So, and he was I think we always got a banker. He was a banker at the time. So we always had a banker on there because we did a lot of financing. And so Paul was really good. He was not real, he was kind of quiet, but he wanted to get things done. And so he's very good at that. And then he's always had, anything he's done, he's had expertise on. And so that was kind of his, not only leadership contribution, but his contribution to affordable homes, because we were starting to do our own financing of homes. And real complicated. It was very unique in the country. And so we had great leaders. Paul was one of them. Hey, Paul, buddy, congratulations. You deserve it. So proud of you being Man of the Year.
I've known Paul mainly by reputation for many years. He's very well known in the community for the public service he does. But I've really gotten to know him in the last, 8 or 9 years. I lose track of time since he's been on the board of South Texas College. Paul, I can tell you, you do great work. You ask good questions. You have good information, constructive thoughts. You're really a pleasure to work with, especially and know things in the financial area that the board really needs. And you're going to be a real good driver of the performance of the college and having it get even better in the future than it is today. Personally, it's been a real pleasure for me. Congratulations, Paul. You deserve this. It's a well-deserved recognition, and I know you'll wear it well and continue to do great service to the community and to your family and to the college.
Good evening. I'm Leslie Midgley, CEO of the Texas Land Title Association. And on behalf of all of Paul's title industry friends and colleagues across the state, I'm so honored to be able to say a few words about why he's so deserving of this very special award. Now, Paul is currently serving as president of the board of our statewide organization, and we are just so incredibly blessed to have him at the helm. So the first thing I want to say is thank you, McAllen, for sharing Paul with the rest of us. And in my position, I've had the real pleasure and privilege of being able to work closely with Paul and observe firsthand what makes him such a special leader. And I think there's so many things that I respect and admire about him, but I think the thing that stands out the most is that he's principled. He's a man of his word, and he cares about doing the right thing. He also cares a lot about doing things right. He's always prepared, and he always makes sure that everyone feels included and all voices are heard. He's also a man of action. He's not going to just take up a seat. He wants to make sure things get done, and he's willing to put in the hard work to make sure that happens. And finally, he's one of those individuals who just truly has a servant's heart. He cares about giving back and making a difference in the world around him, and we are all the lucky beneficiaries of that. Paul sets the bar high for the rest of us. He's the best of the best among leaders, and so Paul, it is such a pleasure and an honor for me tonight to be able to say congratulations on this very well-deserved recognition as McAllen Chamber of Commerce Man of the Year.
McAllen Chamber of Commerce Man of the Year.
Good evening, everybody. First of all, I have to acknowledge those really kind words that everyone expressed. I'm not sure I really can fulfill the things that they said about me, but it was very nice of them. In fact, I have to admit that when I got the call from Annette, I was convinced that she made a big mistake, pushed the wrong button, there was another P she was supposed to be calling, and she just said, no, it's true. So it's really a tremendous honor to be sharing this stage with the legacy of Kirk Clark, who I got to know personally, and we got to work together on a transaction actually involving a very successful dealer in Rio Grande City. And Kirk made it possible. I was involved in helping him, Mr. Canales, Billy Canales in Rio Grande City. And Kirk really made that transaction happen. I mean, he actually helped set up someone that ultimately would be one of his competitors. So I really have a lot of admiration for Kirk Clark and his legacy. And of course, sharing the stage with Sony, and after what you just heard, I still don't feel that I'm worthy. And then I look at this book and look at the past presidents. I mean, the Man of the Years, Tony Aguirre, David Guerra, Alonso Cantu, Jim Darling, Joe Brown, who did a fantastic job, always. Gary Gurwitz, Chiri Hinojosa, and of course, last year's recipient, Victor Rodriguez. I mean, this is an incredible crowd. I'm not worthy. But then I did find out that the committee approved me on a 4-3 vote. So I said, well, okay, that of course says a lot. But let me say, I do appreciate the recognition, and I got to admit that there's a lot of people that I have to thank for helping me get recognized this way. And of course, we have to start with Mirna, my roommate. My roommate of 42 years, and you know, everybody says, well, you know, she's my better half, right? You gotta say that. Well, in my case, she's more like the 95% better of the couple. And I mean, look, I know, I get invited to a lot of fundraisers for obvious reasons, but when I get invited, or we get invited to parties, you know, social events, things like that, it's not me that they want Mirna, and in fact, I'm just the definition of chicle. So Mirna has always supported all of the activities we've been involved in. She, in particular, has always, with one exception, supported all of my campaigns. I still want that one, but it wasn't as easy as it was without her help. But particularly, most recently, our campaign for my re-election at the South Texas College Board of Trustees. So anyway, she's been a tremendous asset, and I love her very much, and all of you know that everything I say is absolutely true. Now, I'm happy to say and proud to acknowledge that the rest of my family's here. Isa, our eldest, went to Sherryland, attended a small Presbyterian community college in Princeton, New Jersey. My only son also attended Sherryland, went to a small Methodist community college in Dallas. He went on, in fact, I must say that I didn't mention that Isa ultimately became an attorney and has been working with Homeland Security in Houston. And Isaac, on the other hand, after graduating from that small Methodist community college in Dallas, is now a managing director for TIAA, a financial services, a multi-billion-dollar financial services industry headquartered in New York, but he lives in Denver. And then their sister, Laura, also went to Sherryland. She went to that small Methodist community college in Dallas and had a very successful career in the retail business. Now, Laura went ahead of us about 3 years ago, but she's right here. The rest of my personal family that's here today is one of my youngest brothers is Ruben Rodriguez and his wife, Rosie. Now, I have to say that the past 16 years, it's been a real privilege and honor for me to be associated with some tremendous title professionals at Valley Land Title Company. And they have been able to make me look good in that industry and have also been able to support me when I'm not always there. So I thank them very much. Now, 9 years before that, I was associated with Lone Star National Bank. And my friends are here from there as well. And so that means that for 25 years, I've been associated with Alonso Cantu. And I have to tell you that in all that time, he never once complained about my taking time or being distracted by other activities aside from our business enterprises. And he maintains the same attitude today with the rest of the businesses that he's involved in terms of wanting to see that his staff who's involved in the community spends time and giving back. And so I appreciate that very much, Alonso. Thank you. Now, the organizations that really come to my mind that I've been involved with and been fortunate to be associated with include South Texas College, Affordable Homes for South Texas, Vamos, Communities in Schools, the Juan Diego Catholic High School, Rotary International, all of those organizations that I've been involved with, not a single one did I ever get anything accomplished by myself. It was always in partnership, always in conjunction, always with the help of other board members, other trustees, staff members, other individuals involved in all those organizations that helped us get some great things done. And I've recognized that all along, that it takes people working together to get things done. And so that brings me frankly now to the McAllen Chamber of Commerce. Some of you may not realize that in a couple of years it's going to be 100 years old, I understand. Now, when Mira and I came back to the Valley 40 years ago, as a matter of fact, this summer, I remember the Chamber distinctly because at that time what I saw in particular were I guess they were the ambassadors, they may have had another name, but I can remember like he was standing in front of me right now, Ruben Cardenas with that red vest. The greeters. Or Maynard Kreidler. And so they would go to all these events, and if there was a road opening, if there was a state official that discovered or remembered, oh, there's people down there in South Texas, let's go do something, they would be there. They would be there for the grand openings and all that, and it was always great. And in particular, I remember that pink juice, the infamous border buttermilk, and I guess something happened and they stopped doing it, but you ought to bring the beverage back. I think it'd be a good idea. But the reality is that the McAllen Chamber of Commerce has come a long way. Many of you may not know that it's also the first accredited Chamber of Commerce in the Valley. It's done some incredible things. It's a big part of the fabric of the McAllen Metroplex. You know, the things it does to promote not just the city, but small business in particular. I mean, when you really think about the incubator programs, all of the things that they do, the festival that they put on, the encouragement, the real tools that they give small business people is really important and makes a difference in the economic development of our city and the quality of the life of our city. And so frankly, and I think Sony would join me in acknowledging the fact that tonight, yes, you're recognizing what we've done, but I think it's important that we congratulate all of you for what the Chamber does. Whether you're a volunteer, a sponsor, a member, a staff member, a director, current or past, frankly, you're the ones that are to be congratulated tonight. God bless each and every one of you, and God bless the McAllen Chamber of Commerce.
Sally, you left too soon. You didn't get in the pictures. Paul, let me tell you, and Paul knows this, I met Paul's father way back in the 80s. Wonderful gentleman. Knew him through some organizations there in FAR. He was very proud of you. And I'm sure he would be tonight, too. Okay, congratulations to all of our award recipients, and obviously a very special congratulations to Sony, Rego, and Paul Rodriguez, and their well-deserved honors tonight. We'd like to again thank our sponsors who helped make this event happen tonight. This concludes the awards portion of this ceremony. I want to let you know that the boards are still open, so those of you who have items out there, we're going to start closing the boards in about 10 minutes, and we'll be out there doing them one at a time. The first one will close in about 10 minutes. Other than that, thank you so much for being here tonight. Again, congratulations, and please be careful on your way home tonight. Thank you so much for your support of the McAllen Chamber of Commerce.